Cell reproduction occurs when one parent cell divides into two daughter cells that are genetically identical. They have the same DNA, the same organelles, the same everything. The two daughter cells are clones of each other. The cell cycle represents the entire life of a cell, from cell formation to the point that the cell divides into two daughter cells. The cell cycle is fairly complex, including stages of cell growth, DNA replication, organelle duplication, and ultimately, cell division. Why is it necessary for individual cells to reproduce? To answer that question, I have to define which cells I'm talking about. An organism that reproduces sexually, that is, an organism that is the result of two parents, contains two types of cells: gametes and somatic cells. Gametes are the reproductive cells. Gametes contain half the genetic material of the organism and must combine with a gamete of another organism to create offspring. Since gametes are necessary for sexual reproduction, the body is constantly making new gametes through cellular reproduction to replace old or lost gametes. All other cells in an organism are somatic cells. Somatic cells are the cells of your skin, eyes, organs, or ears, basically every cell except reproductive cells. Each somatic cell is at some point in the cell cycle, it is growing, duplicating, or dividing. Somatic cells are constantly dividing up to 6 divisions an hour. That's a lot of new cells being made. What are they all used for? Probably the most obvious use is growth. As an organism gets bigger, their cells do not. This means that the cells of a small puppy are about the same size as those of an adult dog, even though the adult dog is much bigger. The adult dog has many more cells than the puppy. As organisms grow, cell division adds new cells to the organism, allowing it to get bigger. Through cell reproduction, an organism replaces dead cells. Individual cells do not live as long as whole organisms. Cells are constantly dying and having to be replaced. Cell reproduction is critical to replacing dead cells. Also, through cell reproduction, an organism can replace damaged cells. Have you ever had a cut or a scrape that heals in a few days? After it heals, sometimes you can't even tell where the wound was. That is because cell reproduction replaces lost or damaged cells. Cell reproduction is what enables an organism to heal.